What is going on, everybody? Almost March, and it was a leap year, and it still feels like a super short month, February. But I'm excited for March. Had a great week of guests, Brian Bremer. That was a great guest last night we had with Adrian Deacons Elder. We've had some good ones. Ken Sagos recently on DK and the Bees Horror Buzz. So these have been a lot of fun. I'm not sure who we got planned this week, but I know James Shaver is going to be coming on. I got an unboxing to do of his. Congrats to him. I sold his Harry and the Henderson to CJ Graham and his wife. So that's really cool. We'll have him on. We'll talk about his work because he's going to be going to Carolina Fear Fest with me. And that should be fun because I plan on taking a small trailer. I was planning on flying in actually, but it was like $800 for a flight. So I'm like, I'm driving. But me and James are going to team up on this table and do something kick-ass at Carolina Fear Fest. I'll be at Chicago Days of the Dead. Ken Sagos is there. We got some cool boards for a Socrates comic he's got some plans to do with. I know he's real excited for that. There he is. What's going on? James Shaver, he'll be joining me. So we're going to be doing a lot of that. I'm planning on bringing on James. I want to have one of my co-hosts, if either one's around, or maybe a little bit somebody special if neither one's available when we have James come on. So we'll do something really cool. I know I've been talking about the doomsdayscrypt.com shop, but I plan on opening that, and we're going to be doing a sale while we're on the table at Chicago, launching the store. Not sure exactly everything that's going to be in there. I got a lot to inventory, and deciding on prices, it's not as easy as you think sometimes. I got a lot of stuff, but I was thinking we could start maybe doing some auctions. I got some cool stuff. So speaking of CJ Graham, like this is a piece I've had. First time I met CJ at Kansas City Crypticon, and you can see there's Tom Matthews, Tom Matthews and CJ signed on the other side. But this would be a piece that maybe we could do something with. Maybe if somebody's interested in a Tom Matthews signed, CJ Graham signed, unmasked zombie, that'd be pretty cool in a collection. It's done by Jesse Aarons. You guys know Jesse. I want to say Diabolic Studios. I forget because I know him as Jesse. But yeah, this is a cool one. I can't remember if he said he couldn't remember who we got this sculpt from. I can't remember if it was either that or it was probably JC Wild because he was doing a lot of his before. So this might be something we'd put out there if somebody's interested. We are going to be opening the shop. I got a ton of art that's signed too, like this one by Ari Lehman, First Jason, art by Michael Toth. We actually did some VHS boxes. It's the original front cover on the VHS boxes that I'm not sure if Ari has anymore. I might have one. They did pretty good. And I also got some Ari Hawks somewhere. So, and those are signed. So if you guys are Ari fans, probably have those out. Here's one that's just I got offhand. Our dude Douglas Tate, Jack Link Sasquatch. Maybe we'll do something if we sell a whole bunch of them. We'll even put up one of the original pieces as like a winner. And it's signed by him. I know I got the original art from that box right here somewhere. I got a lot of stuff here. Let me see what I got. One of the pieces Mike did, Fear Street, for any of you guys that watch that on Netflix. The Ari again. We got Art Crispies, some Michael Toth art. Got to have that. But, TCM by Michael Toth. This is a pretty sick one right here. Hey, Debbie, what's going on? Just showing off some art, getting ready to launch the store in Chicago. But I got so much stuff I want to start showing some people. We're going to probably do something cool to launch things. We got original Straka art right here. Art the Clown. I love this one. I don't know what it is, but no matter how you look at it, it always looks like he's looking at you. Then you got the Bloody Art original. Lauren Lavera, the final girl. Got to sit next to her. So yeah, here's the covers for Doug's that I was telling you. So we got the original art for that signed by Doug and that. So maybe we'll do something cool because Doug's awesome. I would miss these pieces. These are badass, but they are signed. Maybe something I'd part with. Maybe we could do something fun with them. Like I said, we got the autographed VHS boxes by Thomas Bruce with Mike's art and Thomas's lettering, and then you go in the boxes. And we haven't really had a chance to do this, but I'm thinking I got a lot of VHS boxes that are run over too. Some really cool ones that we could do some stuff with. So maybe orders over, say, $120. You'll get a free VHS box. And with them, you get these magnets. This probably isn't the best box to pick from. We got some other ones that are really cool too. But you got stickers, Jason stickers. And you get your Doug Tate keychain. And then you got stickers. You got more magnets and stuff like that. Really cool stuff by Thomas Bruce. Really cool items, I think. People seem to like them a lot, but they are super neat. So that's something that we're gonna have. We're gonna have a big sale on these VHS boxes. It is. These are great collect. I mean, honestly, we only make a limited amount. And I got big swag boxes. We got Brett boxes. I just don't have them handy with me. I just happen to have the Doug ones by me. But even speaking of CJ Graham, here's one by Elvira. I got the original art signed, and that's signed by her as well. It's another VHS box. It's got all the keychains and magnets, and this one's got like a magnet blade, which I thought was a cool little touch. I know I might even have those originals sitting here too. Let me see. I had them sitting here. Oh, I got another pile of art, so it's probably sitting over here. Here's another one that, is really cool. Michael Bailey Smith, Super Freddy, Pluto. And you got My Bloody Valentine. That's just a print, but it's signed. I really liked Mr. Cowper. He was an awesome dude. We talked hockey a lot because I played it, and he's Canadian, so speaking hockey was always a big deal with him. This would be this one would be tough to let go, but this was probably one of our most popular boxes. All right, Mihailov. And then you also got who else did I have sign it? I had Bill, what's his name? Bill, who was in it. I can't think of his last name right now. I feel like a dope, but I'm so bad with names. Anybody who watches the streams, if I don't, I'll just forget it. I forget my artist, Michael Toth, half the time. I know a few people, but here's a really cool one, the Chest of Souls. This was one we did t-shirts on. This is some more Michael Toth art. If you look behind me, that's the original Doomsday's Krypt art, and then the DK and the Swag half face, and then over there is one of my favorite ones. It's hard to see with the glare, but I can't turn off. It's the light's too much. I got to get some better lighting in here. But you see the Krypt Keeper. This was one of my favorite pieces Mike did. That was cool. A little crossover between the Krypt Keepers, And this was the back of that too. Look. Got some Easter eggs in there. Oh, here. All right, here. Perfect. Here's the original art that was signed by Cassandra Peterson, Elvira. There's one. That's the front. And then I got the back cover also signed by her. Then here's even the lettering that Michael Toth did. And then, also we did some for Mark Patton from Nightmare on Elm Street too. This is a cool one. I just started having, and I never finished getting it signed. I always forget. But I just wanted to, I know it's, the original Leatherface, but I've had Bill Johnson signed it, Ken Forey, Jennifer Bonko. So I was thinking of using that to get a bunch of Leatherfaces on, and I kept forgetting, but just kind of one of those pieces. But that would be something I'd let go. For you Child's Play fans, this one's signed by Christina Lease and Alex Vincent, and also the cousin from the Chucky series. He was at Minnesota. I can't think of his name. You know, him and his whole family got taken out pretty much, but that's signed. These are some things we could do. Here's the back of that Leatherface. That's signed by R.A. and Bill, and I can't think of his last name. Billy Butler. Couldn't think of it. Oh, this is a cool one. This is a black light one. I think I'm going to get Felicity to sign it. I showed it to her, but she was, I don't know, I was still nervous at the time when I was talking to people. But if you turn on the black light, you get the real deal with it. Mike did something a little sneaky there. Oh, here's the other Ari piece. That was cool. That's also signed by Ari. Now, these are some pieces I let go. And we were talking about Mark Patton. We did some VHS boxes. And if I ever run into him, we're going to do something cool for him with them. But that was the front of the box. And then he did this portrait art. And Mark saw it. He's like, man, I'm ripped. So he was happy that he was ripped. Here's a black light one for you Saw fans. All right. Just going over everything. I didn't really, happy birthday to Ken Forey. Yeah, it was his birthday yesterday, I believe. But here's the back cover, one of the DK and the Bees Horror Buzz. Speaking of Ken Forey, how about that? That's for my granddaughter, and I still got to get it out. I couldn't find it, and I found it, and I got it all sealed up now. He's like, you got any kids? I'm like, my kids are older now. He's like, you got any grandkids? I'm like, yeah. And he's big on that. Ken Forey is definitely a class act. Here's another one Mike did, Slender Man. I really like that one. That was kind of a weird one that I got. It wasn't something I asked for, but it's something I got, and I love it. A customer ordered it and wasn't happy with the Slender Man. I don't know. That's crazy, but that was the other Nightmare on Elm Street 4 with the chest of souls. Actually, this is Night Scare on Elm Street 4. The Krypt Master. Doomsday's Krypt exclusive. So, yeah, it's just a few things. Like I said, I got 2 Elvira boxes. I got signed by her. I got the original art. These are things that are going to go in the shop. Here's another one. Dude Love. I'm not really a huge wrestling fan anymore, but Cactus Jack. Dude Love, signed by Mick Foley. I got a second one. That's a Mankind. Got the Michael Toth art on the side, and that's signed up. He was a really cool dude. I liked Mick Foley a lot. And he was sitting right by Corey Taylor from Slipknot, who I couldn't see what. He was at Spookala because he was just packed. And nobody was around him. I talked to Corey Taylor for a good 5 minutes. That was cool as hell. I got a lot of SIGs, and that's just on some of these. I mean, a lot of these masks are signed. Like some pieces I could never, ever sell. But there's certain things that I know I can't keep everything. And I love them. Yeah, I mean, there's so many good stuff. Here's like the original lettering for the Brett Wagner box. And here's actually the sketches for DK and the Bees Horror Buzz. I mean, B likes cute stuff. So Mike came up with that. And if you notice on the show, I don't know, it's kind of like I always say, I switch sides. I do it with Brett. Like I always got to be on the right. It's just, it's an OCD thing. But here's the original DK and the Bees Horror Buzz art by Michael Toth. Here's another piece. We did do something with it. It's part of it was used and blended with a few other things, but that's on the magazine cover. I love that piece with the deck of cards on it. Just being really careful because those aren't in hard cases. But here's the original Shooting the Shiz with DK and the Schwag art. I got to get that hanging up. I'm not sure what size that is as far as frame. Maybe 8x10. I'm guessing. You'll have to tell me. Not 8x10. Yeah, maybe 8x10. 6x10. I have no idea. You'll have to tell me. What's going on, Peter Anthony? Hey, congratulations, Peter. Congratulations, my dude. I'm so glad you got the surgery. I'm so glad it was as successful as it could be, because I mean, the dude's a Terminator. He terminated his screws in his knees. What were they, like 175 pieces they had to grab? But yeah, man, I'm glad you're recovering and spending time with your dad, playing old school video games. Very cool, man. Very, very cool. Well, they might be overrated, but I mean, I like them. I like Corey Taylor. He was really cool to me. He sat there like I had my individuals with me, and he was talking to me for a while. And we were just shooting the shit. We were talking Spokala because he was there, and that was their first year. And we talked. I don't know. We just talked music. I told him I hated him because I wish I could be half the musician he was, and the guy just kills it on everything he does. But no, we joked around. He was really cool, laid back, and yeah, it was really cool talking to him. And yeah, man, yeah, you guys, if you haven't checked out that, you know what, let's play it. Fuck it. I know we don't have a lot of people here. It's kind of a random stream, and I don't have the swagger B with me, the numbers people. But let me put on that laugh trailer for you, man. Why not? Since you're here. He put the last laugh. That's right. I'm pretty sure, right? Yeah. No. Hold on a second. Let me find it. I'm getting you, Peter. I got you, buddy. I'll just go right to Peter Anthony Productions. If you guys haven't followed our dude Peter, definitely check him out. Let me pull this up. Here we go. The laugh trailer. Put that on pause. Share it out. Check this trailer out. Straight fire. I don't want your fast forward TV, YouTube. Kiss my ass. What's going on? Hey, Nolan, I want to get you on the show soon, buddy. Talk Special Needs Revolt. I'll hit you up soon, Nolan.
As a child, my mother would warn us of Baba Yaga, a powerful demon who would possess and devour the souls of men.
Harry Kaiser.
Rid yourself of your pain. Why burden your soul any further?
Peter Collymore is in the house tonight. Let's make some fucking noise.
He's dead!
Collymore. It's time.
Give it to me!
You are
part.
in good hands. Sooner or later, even a good man has to choose evil.
Sweet trailer. Laugh is Exorcist type Joker. I don't know what's in Peter Anthony's mind. It's as big as his muscles. Yeah. Speaking of Peter Anthony, since he's here, don't like getting fingerprints on it, so I'm just handling it by the ball. But yeah, cool piece. My dude Peter. Yeah, I couldn't find the piece that held this thing up, and I probably lost it when he shipped it, but he couldn't take that. He's like, I'm getting you one, and he made sure so it doesn't roll around. Cool piece signed by a bunch of the cast. So Shout out, Mr. Anthony. Shout out to you, my friend. Speaking of the big swag, you know what? Pictures under here, Michael Toth, if you're still there. Oh, here's a good one. Speaking of Peter, who worked with CJ, and I know James just handed him. So there's that cover signed by CJ, and that's kind of a a little crossover. If anybody hasn't watched Vengeance 1 and 2, he plays Eliza Voorhees. So we got the swag there. And I can't show the other side, even though I think it's an amazing piece of art, but Brett hates it so much. But it's such a good one. Yeah, Nolan, I'm definitely going to be reaching out to you, buddy. We'll be definitely talking. And then there's the back cover for the CJ piece. And that's him as, Elias. So, and then, little nod to the indie filmmakers, the fan projects that Peter's been involved in. And speaking of that guy, the Three-Eyed Demon takes you out, my dude. Takes you out. It went from Roseblood to Krypt blood. Peter Anthony's Krypt blood. But yeah, Peter's new film looks amazing. Nolan's here. You know what? Nolan, since you're here, we're going to run your Special Needs Revolt trailer. How about that, buddy? Let's get that done for our dude Nolan here. He was in. Also, you guys can check out Clowns in the Woods. He starred in that movie. It's right on Tubi. You can find it. Written and directed and also by Adrian Esposito. Let's see here. Here you go, Nolan. Let's pull this up here. See if I can find it. Here we go. Special Needs Revolt with Bill Whedon. Once this skips, I'll share the screen. So this is Nolan's trailer, and we're going to get Nolan on the show. Nolan's a great guy. He came on when we were talking Clowns in the Woods, and he came on with me and Brett as well, and everybody loves Nolan. Super talented, super awesome dude. We're real proud of you here, Nolan. So let's roll this out. Here we go. You're the best, Nolan, man. I don't know. Is it me or does the trailer sound quiet? I don't know if I can turn up the volume on it. Let me see here. Feels like the volume's down. I don't know. Can you guys hear it? Bill Whedon. Kabuki Man. Sergeant Kabuki Man. There's Nolan. There's our dude. Man needs a shave. Starting to look like a Sasquatch. I know. You know what? Let me try restarting it or rebooting it here. Let's because let me see if I can get it better with the sound here. I think it might be. Who knows? Let me retry it here. Oh, this one's actually the green bit. Like, I think this is the newest one anyway. So we're gonna try a different one. Let me all right, let's try this one. All right, we're gonna play the newer one. I didn't realize anyway. This is the newest one they got. All right, let's get this done for our buddy here, Nolan Tierce.
We will make America straight again. As one.
Yeah, unfortunately, the hard sound's not there, but you know what? It's probably StreamYard. But we're gonna check it out anyway here.
No lives matter, biatch. What the hell is going on in Donville?
Things have changed. You've been in a coma for 3 years. Donald J. Kruger was elected president.
Kruger? You mean that motherfucker with long white hair is president?
He's turned our country into a brutal dictatorship for all the people with disabilities and concentration institutions.
This will be a lot easier if we don't have to splatter your brains all over the place. Just cooperate.
That's all.
So, young badass, what makes you want to join the rebellion?
I'd rather eat a bucket of dog shit than let that asshair Kruger stay president.
We have some concentration institutions to liberate. The revolution is now.
Pretty good story, huh? Karma's a bitch, but she's on the rag.
I'm excited for you, Nolan. You know, I mean, action star now. Nolan's an action fighting star. He's the next Seagal. Well, you're better than Seagal. We'll call you Van Damme. He's going to do some Van Damage. Good stuff, buddy. Very, very cool. Like I said, Nolan was in Clowns in the Woods. Check him out. Super talented guy. We're going to get him on the show again. We've had Adrian, who directed and wrote the film as well on. Both guys are amazing. We're definitely going to catch up. Maybe get Bill Whedon on with us too. Last time Bill came on with us too, and unfortunately he had trouble with the internet, I believe. So we will get you guys on. I'm going to get you on specifically, Nolan, so we can talk, catch up, and you know, tell me how your experience was on, and then we'll talk about the film when it gets released. Maybe I'll let my sister come on. She can be my co-host. She's Doc Dam. But I know Brett's going to want to hang out with you too. So you're kind of a popular guy in the Krypt there, Nolan. So, hey, what's up, Tony? Let's see. Yeah, Nolan is definitely Nolan's a talented guy. He really, really is. I'm a big fan. There's some really talented people. Adrian's the guy who wrote the movie, Adrian Esposito. I'll repost, I'll share it out in Doomsday's Krypt, and let you guys know if you're not on Facebook. I'll share that interview out. I think we did more than one, really. I can't remember. I think, did we do 2 interviews? Yeah, we did 2, I think, Nolan, right? One with me and you guys, and one with Brett and you guys. I can't remember, but it was a lot of fun. Yeah, Nolan's a good man. True talent. You got to support this guy. I could see him having some big roles. He really, really kills it with his parts. He was fantastic. Me and Brett couldn't stop talking about him in Clowns in the Woods. He really, really did well. So this looks a lot of fun with him. Comedic timing and action star. So, yeah, no problem, Nolan. I'll definitely reach out. Yeah, it was 2 times. I thought so. It was once with me and then once with Brett. It's been a while. It's been at least a year. I think it was before you guys started filming. Oh, yeah? Really? Okay, cool. Yeah. You know what? I just watched Copland again yesterday. I love that movie. You know, Michael Rappaport's in that one. You know, it's such a all-star cast. And Sylvester Stallone's done some good movies, but that's probably the one he acted best in. That was really good. Let's see, the cast. Harvey Keitel was in it. Robert De Niro. Who else? Just stacked. Robert Patrick was in it. The late great. Oh my God, I can't think of his name. I feel bad. Goodfellas. Yeah, I told you I'm terrible with names. I forget a lot of things now, especially when I'm super tired, which I am. It's the end of the month, changeover. But yeah, we got some cool stuff going on. We're gonna be launching that store. I'm shooting to launch the store at Chicago, the 22nd to the 24th at Days of the Dead. Ken Sagos is going to be there. I can't wait. Ray Liotta, thank you, Nolan. Amazing. I mean, I was such a fan. He was one of my favorite roles that Ray Liotta was in. Oh, Michael St. Michael's. Oh, okay. Yeah, Ray Liotta was great. Lost way too soon. I mean, Blow was a great movie, but there was another one that he was in that was really good, and he couldn't remember if he killed his wife or not. I want to say it was called like Unforgettable or something, but it was really, really good. I'd have to look it up, and I watched it. It was one of those movies I didn't expect to like, but it was my first movie that I watched him in. I was a fan of him ever since. So like when he was in Blow, that was great. And when he was in Goodfellas, obviously love all those movies. Absolute legend. It was even cool that, he was in the Sopranos prequel story. Greasy Stranger. Oh, dude, I meet so many people, and it's like if I'm not having it on my mind to, I'll just draw a blank. It's getting old. Dementia. It runs in my family. I already see it. It'll happen. It'll happen for me, unfortunately. But, he did. Yeah. I really, I was a big fan of Ray Liotta. Really, really. He was great in Copland, too. The whole cast was great in that movie. They all did so well. It was just one of those movies that it worked, and such a great cast and such a great story. You guys got any questions? I don't really, like I said, I didn't really plan on a whole lot. Oh, you know what? Here I have the other. I didn't realize I got 3 of these actually. I think I got signed by Mick Foley because I got another one over there. But if you guys like Funkos with art, that's signed by Mick Foley as well. So that's really cool. So we got a couple of them for you wrestling fans. Let me tell you something, brother. You're going to want these pieces. What you going to do if you don't buy these from DK? The Clowns in the Woods. It's on Tubi. Well, it's a good one. Really, really good cast. I've had a bunch of them on. And then he's in the upcoming movie that we saw, Special Needs Revolt, with Bill Whedon, Trauma, Sergeant Kabuki, man, NYPD. So, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. He's acting with some big names. He's getting out there. DK CEO, CEO of forgetfulness, it seems lately. But yeah, it's the end of the month, and when you talk and you meet so many people, and if I'm not like I'm terrible at preparing. Like I don't prepare for any show because then I'd probably do worse. But if I'm not thinking of a name or something, man, it'll go because you meet a lot of people. You do out there, and it's like who it is, but off the cuff. And if you're not talking to the person every day, or you're not, you forget. So yeah, and old age does it. Look at all these grays ain't there for nothing. But yeah, it's been a hell of a week. I got the weekend off. I don't know if I'll do any live streams. I kind of, when I'm away from the Krypt, I really don't like to do live streams because I don't have, my stuff behind me, and it's not as much fun. But maybe I'll pop in, do a live, and hang out with you guys, or maybe play a horror game or something. Don't do the getting out anymore. Like last weekend, I was going to go out Saturday night. I'm going out Saturday night, and about 7:00. I'm like, man, I'm tired. I ain't going out. But thank you guys for tuning in. Yeah, we went about 30 minutes or so. Like I said, the shop's going to be open if anybody's watching the replay and you want to hit me up about anything that you're interested in, I plan on doing it. We'll start off with a raffle, but I want to plan it out or something, an auction. We'll do something, have some cool items. Got it. Like I showed you a fraction of some of the stuff that I got autographed by some legends that you can get your hands on. And most of the stuff we got, like things you get from us, if we can make Doomsday's Krypt hit that next level, if we can make it hit there, some of these pieces can really, I think they could be collectible because we don't make a ton of them. We don't, maybe the VHS boxes, but there's always limited. And all these pieces that are done, they're done by incredible talent in the community, whether it's Michael Toth, who's here, who's an amazing artist, Scott Stracka, he does some amazing work. Got him there. Check these people out and support them. Daniel Cruz, James Shaver, who's here. Jesse Aarons, Lonnie McCullum, Vinny Cucurato. The list goes on and on and on. Craig Federico, if you see, that's the unmasked James Jude Courtney. I put Art the Clown's hat on him. That's actually signed by James Jude Courtney. That's something I'd probably let go if somebody's interested in it. And yeah, you guys hit me up. Let me know, because we're going to launch the store. We're going to have T-shirts, and we're going to throw things in it. And we're going to make sure if you do spend money, you're going to get your money's worth. So if you guys can support me, I support you back, and it goes a long way for me. So until next time, I appreciate you. I'm not sure when the next show is, but I know this week we're going to have one. I know James Shaver's already a guest. So thanks for tuning in. I'll see you next time. Peace out, guys.